Yeah. Grown Folks Production. In the mix. With the commish, Nate.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to OMFL Bowl number 105. We got to jump right into it. The guys are itching to play. We don't have a lot of warm-up, but the honest truth is Trey and I have broken down this thing as much as we can break it down. We got to get this music off of here because it's going to get me dinged. D-Money, you guys can rock and roll. Thank you for working with us. We finally got the share screen up. It's ready to go. It's ugly as sin, but we'll get that part figured out. Got to get this music off of here. Okay. Come on, Madden. Get the music off here. You're going to get us popped. Let me welcome in. I'm Nate, the founder, the commissioner of the OMFL. Let me welcome in my two guests who are helping me commentate OMFL Bowl 105, Mr. Maniac and Mr. Trey. Fellas, how you doing today?
Doing wonderful.
Doing fantastic. Regretting that I'm not in this camp.
Colts 49ers. It is a tale of two really different teams here. We're going to see how this plays out. Hopefully this cleans itself up because right now it is not pretty, but we'll figure that part out as we go here. What are we hoping to see? I'm going to turn this down just a hair. What are we hoping to see out of this game?
I think you and me talked about it, yesterday on the pre-show, we'll call it. I'd like to see a very high-scoring game that comes down to the very last play of the game.
Maniac, what are you hoping to see, bud?
I'm hoping to see D-Money get a loss in the win column in the OMFL Bowl. He's been a juggernaut. I think I counted he's won 12 or 13 bowl games that he's played in the last 4 Maddens, something like that. So he's been used to being here.
My guy hopefully can't hear us, so I'm hoping we're not bothering him, but we've had conversations where he's got this amazing internet, 1,000 up and 1,000 down. I hate to tell my dude, it's ugly as sin right now. Very skippy.
I hate to break it to you. I'm getting crystal clear.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, first run of the game right there for the Colts. You know what? Let me see if I can back out of this. Let me reload it here.
Nice little run by Jonathan Taylor. Solid. Can't afford.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Probably, mate.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, D-Money. Don't kill me.
Don't worry. They're not in the play.
Guess what? I can't find the share screen now.
Gotta go to the party.
Yep. At the party.
Click on his name.
Oh, click on his name. Well, I don't know why.
Naheem
It
Hines
is
for a nice
so
little outside carry for 3.
choppy for me. Sorry about this, fellas.
Halfback stretch there to Hines.
Colts sticking to the run game. Quite interesting.
I don't know why I'm getting it so ugly, but you guys are getting it crystal clear. I have...
Don't worry, Nate. You can sit and read the color commentator. We got this.
Spectacular internet, but clearly something ain't right. 3rd and 2. Big third down here for the Colts.
Oh, that is a mishmash of man coverage. Oh, whoops.
The pressure. Ooh, he gets it out to the tight end there, though. Big first down for the Colts, even with pressure in his face.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was Bosa or the other dude, but he was like in his back pocket.
That is Nick Bosa coming off the edge.
I'm going to turn down the audio just a hair. Yeah, I'm very confused. I don't know why. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Wide. Jonathan Taylor gave 2 yards. Nice little dive up the middle.
The 49ers not matching it with nickel defense. He likes to stay in kind of those base defenses, doesn't he?
Very much so. He very much relies on Bosa and Jackson to cause enough havoc that he doesn't really need to put the extra defensive backs out there.
Yeah, I think he likes to have that strength, but his linebackers, I think, are fast enough to cover that 5 to 10 yard range that normally if his guys are not back there within that time, he'll cover that area.
More messed up coverage there for the 49ers.
Armstead just blowing up that run. Only getting a yard for Mr. Cook. Third and 7. You got to be thinking past Michael Thomas in this area, right?
Yeah, and I think that's what D-Money is expecting too. So,
Fellas, you keep calling the game. I'm going to back out and come back into the party to see if that helps.
okay.
You know, Nate, that was great thinking, but they couldn't hear us if you left.
Yep, I realized that after I left, but I had no choice there.
That's all right. That's all right. We needed the practice anyway. Yeah, D-Money had to take a timeout right there because he was trying to double cover Thomas, I think, on the outside, but that slant receiver there in the slot was going to be wide open.
Interesting. D-Money brings up the safety, but couldn't stop the underneath route to Shepard there.
Yeah, that was another weird defensive formation. That's like the third or fourth time here on the first drive of the game where the San Francisco 49ers have had these weird formations, and that did not fix my issue, fellas, so I don't know what it is.
Well, mine keeps popping up saying I'm having issues trying to connect with D-Money for his voice, but maybe he can't hear me.
Oh, nice run by
nice.
Jonathan Taylor up the middle.
Jonathan Taylor just takes it right in the heart of the San Francisco 49er defense, which he will mix in a little 3-4 and a little 4-3. He likes to keep it mixed up. From the Colts, though, we're seeing a couple close, tight formations, a couple of drags here early on. You know, a couple of things just to kind of keep the ball moving, keep it sharp, keep it quick.
Yeah, I mean, you have to keep D-Money off balance, and so far he's done a really good job of keeping him off balance.
A nice run from Taylor there. Going to get the first down to set up 1st and 10 with 5:56 left to go in the opening drive of OMFL Bowl 104 from their 28. Nice opening drive here for the Indianapolis Colts. All right, I'm going to try something really crazy. I'll be right back.
Looks like Cincy's just kind of keeping it real simplified right now. The quarterback, the misfire there. Definitely something Cincy wants to keep away from is these long down distance.
Yeah, you want to get as much down distance as you can.
Oh, what a
Jonathan
move.
Taylor with a little cut to the right and gone for a first down.
Yeah, he kind of faked it a little bit to the left and made the sharp cut to the right and kind of left D-Money sitting in the wings there. D-Money there with back-to-back 0-man blitzes.
Yeah, send the back-to-back pressure, trying to force a third and long, and it ends up costing them, giving up the first down. Single back
Always
ace
call
here.
the Colts quarterback Riddler instead of Ritter.
Nice little dump out to the outside to Conklin for gain of 9.
And the pressure is
Yeah,
there
this-
for the 49ers. The Colts are able to get that ball out quickly.
Yeah, Colts being
Slow and steady.
slow and steady, but he's also fast paced. He's not setting up those big, bombs. He's getting the ball out as quick as he can.
Yeah, as fast as those D linemen are getting off the ball in the backfield, that's what he's going to have to do.
Big third down here. You've had a great drive. If you're the Indianapolis Colts, you got to finish it off with more than a field goal. Field goals are not going to beat San Francisco.
Yeah, key time is in this, what I think is now referenced as the green zone within the first 10 yards of the end zone. Yeah, you got to capitalize here. Can't just walk away with 3.
So if he doesn't make it here on this third down, you see him going for it on 4th.
It wouldn't be a mistake to do so.
Further back to pass. He's got a man wide open. It looks like 49ers coming after him. Big time touchdown for the Colts.
Yeah, it was a cover 2 zone, and the guy that should have been there was not there.
It looked like there might have been a
sold out on
run.
the run.
Yeah, it looked like a run commit.
Sold out in the run, and Swift was open in the end zone for easy 7 points.
All right, I'm about to give up this question, but I'm going to go ahead and ask it anyway. Are you both watching on his stream, or are you watching on the share screen?
Share screen.
Yeah, share screen.
And it's crystal clear, you say, huh? Here's
Very
Bates
much so.
from his own goal line. Oh, he's got a nice little cut there. Get him up to only the 25.
He goes down.
Yeah, it is far from crystal clear, which only can mean that it is something on my end. I'm going to try one more time to leave really quick and try one more full reset. Be right back. All right, we're going to see what happens here. I know we're taking a break from the game. Just hang in there with me really quick. We're going to get it right back up. That's better. So clearly, the reset happened to help me a little bit. All right, let's get back over here.
Now, you're the Colts here. It's 3rd and 5. He's only gotten one runoff for 5 yards. Do you game plan for, an underneath pass, or do you game plan for a famous D-money draw play from the gun?
Well, it did clear up for about 3 seconds for me. All right, it cleared up. It cleared up for about 3 seconds for me. Now it's back foggy again. I give up. I did everything I know how to do. We'll figure this out for next Madden. I don't know why we have to figure this out every time. I missed the opening play. Sometimes he likes to go deep on the opening play. Did he try that?
He went with an outside run to Elijah Mitchell for a gain of 5.
Nice. Well, big 3rd and 5 here for the Indianapolis Colts defense.
Now, this is typical, D-money draw area. Does D-money go that way, or does he, go for a pass, try and get that first down?
Trips left. It's going to be Lance back to pass. Oh, he's got Bates wide open. Bates with that speed really is a weapon for the Colts, especially whenever you're facing a zone.
Yeah, definitely. And, you don't want the linebacker to be the guy that's main focus there. If you're going to try and user cover that, you want to take that safety over the top.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. We're sorry for the technical difficulties. PlayStation has made this very difficult to get a good, clean stream, and we're going to have to figure it out for Madden 24. But first drive for the San Francisco 49ers, 1st and 10 from their 49.
Elijah Mitchell takes the ball off. Nice little gain of 4 yards.
I'm wondering, as we see D-Money showing his plays here, is he just trying to fool the audience? Is he just trying to fool us? Is it habit? Or is he like really flipping through plays? I don't know. It's very confusing whenever I see guys do that. I think a lot of it's just habit.
Yeah, I think it's habit, but we're also seeing here, like, he's getting into his plays and he's pulling up the audible screen, not necessarily going right to an audible, but like flipping through them. It's kind of interesting to see.
Price is going to be shut down really quickly. Now, Trey, I know that you and I talked in our pre-show yesterday as we previewed this game that the Colts' run defense was going to be a really big piece in this game, and we're seeing that coming true here early on.
Yeah, so far so well. The loss of Darius Leonard hasn't affected it too much, but when it gets to the nitty-gritty, we'll see what happens.
3rd and 4 here for the San Francisco 49ers from their own 44. 119 left to go here in the opening drive for the 49ers. Colts with a great drive to go up 7. 49ers trying to answer that.
Be interesting to see. Oh, Colts calling a timeout here. Has to make you wonder if they, the 4 wide receiver look had them questioning a little bit with the nickel formation. Can they get out in?
Yeah, I definitely think that brought some questions because I think D-Money was fixing to take a shot over the top there.
Yeah, D-Money. If he's seeing a linebacker versus a receiver, he's gonna try to exploit that as best as he can.
See, where is the Super Bowl? Is it in Atlanta?
It's in Atlanta, yeah. Trey Lance, Mitchell in the backfield. This was going to go to Mitchell. He's got great blocking. Mitchell's going to get the first down. Gutsy call for the 49ers.
Yeah, but that's the D-Money D-Wayne special. Don't expect them to run a shotgun run on 3rd and distance, and they go and pick it up on you.
And it's really hard to combat, but you also have to expect that it opens up his entire playbook with a 3rd short there.
Very much so. Pretty much, unless you're 3rd and 9 with D-Money, his playbook's entirely wide open on you.
Davis Price in the backfield. Lance is going to give him the ball, and he's shut down quickly. There's that Colts run defense.
Big old Jones coming in and making that tackle.
Maniac, if you're the Colts, are you trying to concentrate on just manning up? Are you playing zone? Are you blitzing? Like, what's the game plan against the 49ers?
For me, I think if I'm the Colts, I'm looking to try to stay in as much man as possible, but also with coverage over the top. I think because I do think his secondary has the capability of running with these guys, but I think he just needs that security blanket over the top.
Lance is going to give it to Mitchell off the left side. He had a nice little run. Didn't go down with that first tackle. It's going to set up a 3rd and 6 here. And it looks like we're either right at or right outside of the red zone. It's the end of the first quarter, boys. 7-0 Indianapolis Colts, but we've only seen 1.5 drives so far, so this game is ticking right along.
Yeah, it's very clock management here. It could very well come down to the fact that they're not using much or not making those big plays, and they're taking 13, 14 play drives.
Yeah, both coaches are being very methodical, especially on their first drives, not to make the big mistake and be the cause of being down 14-0, early on.
You got to watch that stream right up, that seam right up the middle. Oh, and he's got Bates to the outside. Touchdown 49ers. A perfect throw from Lance to Bates on the outpost. This is going to be a tied ball game.
Yep, safety kind of bit towards the streak and left over to the outside, and Bates was just too fast to cover.
I missed the call there. Was that a zone call or a man call?
That was a man-to-man.
And that's tough, especially with him playing off. You kind of worry that seam is going to get behind you, but a perfect throw there to Bates on the outside.
And it seemed the safety played the seam, but in turn gave up the post route. I guess flag.
Bowden from
that
2 yards deep for the Colts is going to get it not very far. They're going to get it up to about the 18.
That's what I can say with D-Money putting that kind of speed on the inside, that gives that receiver so many different options to go a streak, an out, the post in. So that may be something to watch, to see how Cincy attacks that later on.
Ooh, that could have easily been picked. That one falls harmlessly to the ground, but lucky for the Colts because he had the pressure on him and kind of threw it right out there to be easily picked off.
Now, there's a question, Nate. D-Money was supposed to be in the zone in the middle there. He completely went and stuck over the tight end.
Yeah, I think you're still allowed to try to make a play. Now, if that happens 7, 8, 9, 10 times a game, then we have a bit of an issue. But, one play, he's allowed to try to go make a play. It's your job on the offense to burn him. Great pass play right over to the left side. Who is that? I don't even know who that is.
Michael Thomas.
Is that Michael Thomas? He's rocking number 11. I guess I didn't realize that. Michael Thomas is the most frustrating guy to try to guard in Madden 23 for some weird reason since he's gotten over to the Colts.
Yeah,
he just gets open.
I think he had him for 2 seasons and put up like 100 or 250 catches in those 2 seasons.
Maniac, the 49ers play a ton of this over wide, and it's one of the most frustrating defenses to try to face up against because of the speed. How do you attack those wide defensive formations?
Really, I mean, the way you do it is kind of like what Cincy did right there, try to attack underneath the middle. And then also he's going to have to throw in, I think, some draw plays, some plays like we were talking about D-Money doing a lot, those longer situations, because I do think, he's spreading that line. He's trying to get the QB contained, to get those DNs around the outside real quick. So it could, with that line of the Colts, could exploit some things for Cincy that could open up some big plays for him. And so that's the way I would think that he should attack it, and I look to see him attacking it.
Now, since he's being a bit risky here, this is the second play where he's getting really close to that play call block expiring on him.
Yeah, I'm making a bit of an assumption here, but since he does come off as a bit of an overthinker, really overthinking his play calling, gets in his own head, and seeing this play clock go down so much here in the first half, that can be a bit of an issue. Equally, if D-Money wanted to, it could be an FPR issue. You're not supposed to let that play clock go down like that.
Yeah, I definitely think that he's probably overthinking, but like you said, still I don't want to let it do that too much because it is an FPR issue.
Yeah, and like we talked about, Nate, yesterday, if he gets to do his head too much, it's going to be the end of it, because you have to be on a level playing field, because D-Money will throw stuff at you that will make you regret your decisions.
3rd and 2 here, Trey. How are you attacking this?
Me, hit D-Money with his own specialty. Hit him with a shotgun run.
Yeah, I would definitely have to chew on it and equally be careful because he will crash you with one of these safeties. Ritter back to pass. He's got it. What a pass. Perfectly
open space.
Perfectly placed right over the defense. That could have easily just been way overthrown, but really getting it right over the DB right there, the linebacker, and getting it perfectly to the tight end.
Yeah, Fred Warner tried to put a little bit of a press on it and just let Swift get by him.
Is it me, or is it Ritter have one of the most pretty pass releases in Madden. I mean, it just seems so smooth when it comes out of his hand.
Yeah,
Don't tell Bronco Man that.
Yeah. Now, that
It
run
does
right
though.
there,
It looks so effortless.
that run right there looked like Trent Richardson running the ball. He had an open hole and tried to run into his offensive lineman. That's a interesting strategy.
2nd and 8 here for the Indianapolis Colts from their own 24, trying to answer the touchdown drive of the 49ers. Really under center, 2 tight ends, man in motion. He's got a man wide open. That's Mike Thomas. He's going to get it inside the 4-yard line, get it down to the 3. 1st and goal, Colts.
And here's the Michael Thomas effect. That's 2 catches for 51 yards.
How does Mike Thomas get so open in this offense?
I think it's just his pure route running capabilities. Catches a lot of DBs expecting, to be able to jump the route, but he runs such a crisp route that it's hard to jump.
1st and goal for the Colts. Their 3-yard line. Taylor in the backfield. He's going to get the ball.
Oh,
They're going to say he
got
didn't
inches.
get in there, but he was right there breaking that goal line. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line.
I would say that's like inches at this point. I was so close.
has a nose hair, man.
That's got to be like 3-4 inches.
San Francisco Bosa just busting through there, and that was going to be my question. I knew we didn't have time to get it off. Do you just try to stick to the game plan and run it up the middle? We've seen San Francisco being willing to run commit. He will use a Bosa or one of these really great defensive line. Bosa back there to make a play.
I've been keen on seeing how these guys line up. This is a situation where, in that particular defense, I'd have tried to run it outside because you've got more of the guys crashing towards the middle. That leaves the outside more open.
And here are the Colts
I think
again,
the
kind of
way
running this clock
to the
down. They
left
got to
there.
burn another timeout. They have 1 left in the first half, but both teams actually have 1, so a lot of timeouts coming here.
Both teams using timeouts almost willy-nilly here in the first half.
Yeah, I think both guys are really kind of thinking long and hard on plays because we've seen both of them take some time to call play.
It's going to be a draw to Taylor.
Oh,
Taylor's going to
fights.
get in there. Touchdown, Indianapolis Colts.
That was a offhand play. You would not expect a draw from I formation, essentially.
It's a gutsy call, especially against what the 49ers had done with you in that second play of the drive. I mean, you weren't on the goal line. You were a couple of yards back there, and you got to hope that somehow you block that up, and the Colts do. They take a 14-7 lead here with 4:53 left to go in the first half.
I mean, I wouldn't say they blocked it up, but Taylor fought.
Ooh, Bates has a hole. Oh, that one closed quickly, but there was a bit of a lane there on the left side or on the right side for Bates to kind of get through. It's going to set up 1st and 10 here for the 49ers. 4:49 left to go in the first half on their own 25-yard line, trying to answer the Colts' second drive. 3 drives in this game, 3 touchdowns. Not what I really expected.
Yeah, we expected, somebody to get a stop, at this point. But, it's been a very long drive game so far.
The one thing that I'm seeing a lot of from just, again, I'm not tracking plays or nothing, but we talked about it once. It does feel like a lot of audible calls. Like we're calling one play, we're coming to the line, we're selecting another, which is not necessarily what we're looking for. You know what I mean? We're trying to get some strategic gameplay, not call a play, have another play in your pocket. But I don't know. Those are just some initial thoughts watching this. 2nd and 9 from their own 25-yard line. Lance under center, back to pass. He's got time. It's going to hit Bates. Bates so fast. Such a playmaker there. Getting the ball up to the 42-yard line for the 49ers.
Yeah, there's
which was
D-money
not.
hot route.
Yeah, I'm about to say that was not on the play call. And again, we had to pop the Colts for this, and that's why we had a suspension coming in this game. But you're not supposed to go to the play in either audible or hot route. You're kind of supposed to run the play. But anyway, more on that later as we talk about summer leagues.
Oh, nice little crash for the safety there.
Yeah, just enough to make the guy kind of hesitate before, taking it more to the outside.
Maniac, you've seen both of these guys playing defense today. Which one of them are more impressive with their user skills?
So far today, I think that I've seen Cincy make a couple better user plays than D-Money, because he actually made D-Money kind of look crazy on a couple of plays already. D-Money came up with a safety and missed a tackle, and he missed a coverage there with the linebacker over the tight end on that one play that we saw. So I think so far Cincy has played better as a user, maybe not taking as many chances, but yeah, that's both guys are great users though.
One of the big parts of the 49ers offense is those twin tight ends. They're both playmakers and can really put a lot of pressure with you on the defense with those two tight ends trying to make plays as Mitchell goes off to the right side. Small gain there to set up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, the Colts defense is really stepping up in the run game. The Niners aren't getting many big plays off when it comes to running the ball.
The surprise to me has been the game plan of Bates. I think as this playoff has progressed, he's become a larger and larger portion of their offense, and you can see him today really making plays against the Colts defense.
I truly
Lance
think
is going to
that
give this one to
D-Money's
Davis Price.
Bates, I think he's going to be a heavy dose of Bates in the second half. I think we're going to see some plays from D-Money with Bates in the second half.
Now, if I'm Cincy, I need to make this stop here, because you don't want D-Money potentially scoring a late touchdown with him getting the ball back to start the second half.
It really flips that momentum against you as we get to the 2-minute warning. A 3rd and 6 here for the 49ers on offense. Big time stop needed for the Indianapolis Colts defense. We're going to have to see exactly where they go. If you're on the other side of the ball, you're the Colts. Are you playing zone here? Are you trying to man up? Or are you even crazy enough to send a blitz?
I'm sending the heat and watching something underneath.
Yeah, I'm probably sending a blitz, but doing a zone blitz here and trying to use her and cover what I'm thinking is going to be his hot spot.
I think Samuel in the out route or the fly route may be the play that we go here. Oh, and the Colts drop an interception, but come up with the stop. 4th and 6 here for the 49ers.
That's clutch, because that's going to give him, a minute and 50 or so to drive down the field and get these points back.
I don't think that was the right read. We don't see D-Money make many bad reads, but they were using the outside cornerback. Now, we didn't get to see it develop to see if he also had safety help, but sometimes I'm going to attack that user to see if you can keep up with that speed.
I mean, we saw it firsthand in our game, Nate. I used the speed and then took us to overtime.
1st and 10 here for the Colts from their own 25.
I'm sorry. I think what D-Money saw there was the cornerback on the slant or the slot receiver missed the bump there at the line of scrimmage, and I think he thought he had an easy completion over the middle, but the cornerback was able to recover, took the underneath coverage, and was able to make the play on the ball.
I've said this in multiple games that I get to commentate, but this is a scary time for the offense. You cannot turn the ball over here and give up free or easy points. And there's going to be a sack for the 49ers right up the middle from Kinlaw.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're running a screenplay. The offensive line just isn't there, and with D-Money's speed on that D-line, you got to be quick.
It still amazes me that a AAA company that's this old, you call a screenplay, and 3 of the offensive linemen are literally standing there blocking no one, not looking for anybody to block. They're just standing in the middle of nowhere. It's like, come on, EA, get with it here. 2nd and 20 if you're the Colts. You better be careful.
It's not practice, guys.
I wouldn't want to take too much of a risk here. Do something simple.
Oh, and he's got a man over the angle route and just misses him. Ridley was close to getting a big play there, picking up a first down.
That had potential to be a touchdown with Jonathan Taylor's just agility. He could have easily made one cut and was gone.
And he had caught D-Money. So it looks like an accidental switch to the defensive line, which has happened to all of us before, trying to get to a certain player. They snap it. And so he had the ability to burn him with just CPU players in the backfield. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to OMFL Bowl 105. I appreciate you. Hit the like button. Colts trying to get a drive here right before the end of half. Riddler back to pass. He's going to just run this one, and he's got a lane.
Oh, my.
Oh, and there's a fumble from the 49ers. They're going to recover this one. It's probably going to be reviewed, but that looked like a clear fumble. That's something you can't do. You got to slide.
I think he was in the process of the slide animation, but, EA pulled him into the hit stick.
This is exactly what I said you cannot do if you're the Colts. You cannot give up a fumble and free points. And that's exactly what's taking place here. 49ers 2nd and 10 from their own 36. Lucky for him, there's only one timeout left.
He's got to hold him to the field goal here at this point. Can't give up the touchdown.
With one timeout, you got to slide way before. And if you don't get the first down, you punt it and you play defense. You cannot try to take that chance. I think he was way past the first down marker. Big play here setting up for the 49ers. Looks like he's going to try to test him deep.
Looking for Bates. So,
oh, Lance takes off. He looks like he got the benefit of getting the slide there. There's a no huddle. 20 seconds left to go from their own 24. Lance back to pass. It's got a man. Oh, it dropped right there by the Colts. His second dropped interception of the afternoon.
Blackman could have taken that back. There was just a lineman and Lance to beat.
But give it to the 49ers. They ran the same play back-to-back knowing that it was going to put a lot of pressure on that Colts defense. And Lance just made a tough throw.
Right read, just the safety reacted perfectly to it.
If you're the 49ers, you got to kind of settle, like maybe take one shot for the end zone, but settle for your points here.
It's D-Money, though. He's going to push it.
Yeah, look for Kittle and Gray. He's got Gray. Gray's going to get it down to the 2-yard line, out of bounds. Stopping the clock for the 49ers. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. That is a tough throw from Lance.
That's the Colts playing underneath defense, trying to keep underneath, and D-Money reading it perfectly.
And we've seen the Colts do that exact same thing, right? Get Thomas over the top, getting behind the defense on a quick play. That's just really tough if you're the Colts, but a great throw from Lance and the 49ers.
This is a scary time. 2 yards, you still got a timeout. This is key time for Kittle and Waller to show up.
49ers putting all that pressure with the formation. This one looks like it's going to be stopped, though, at the 1-yard line. No timeouts, 1-yard line, 7 seconds to go. Do you take your points or do you run this play?
I'm running a quick pass and trying to get that off ASAP. Wow.
This is where the 49ers are so good at putting the pressure out of the huddle. The formation puts pressure on the defense. Let's see what he ends up doing. He called run, but we'll see if he audibles out of it. Colts playing off coverage. Does look like we're going to get an audible. Lance back to pass. He's got time. He's scrambling. He's going to get sacked. And we're going to run out of time. That's going to bring us to half. Massive play from the Colts. They get very lucky and survive the turnover before half.
He's thinking maniac on that play.
It looked like Trey Lance wanted to throw it away, but then thought he was going to get the penalty and tried to hold on to it and just gives up the sack. That's tough.
And Danielle Hunter is not a guy you want to be waiting for.
There's your first half. Give me a quick.
I was just about to say that.
Give me a quick synopsis of the first half, Maniac.
A very surprising game so far. I think both players played the first quarter not to give up the mistake. The second quarter, they kind of opened it up. So I see that continuing as the game goes on.
Trey, how do you view the first half?
Since he's playing the game that he needed to play, he took a little bit of a gamble that ends up not costing him in the end of it all. Gotta be more cautious here in the second half, though.
Yeah, 3 drives opening this game, 2 from the Colts, 1 from the 49ers, all of them 7 points, and then both defenses stepped up to make big plays. Here's Lance with a play action. He's trying to hit his man off to the Kittle, off to the left side, and that's going to be a first down for the 49ers. 1st and 10 from the 37, and let's see if that defense continues to carry over. I know for a lot of my games, that third quarter can get a little tight before things open up in the fourth quarter. Lance back to pass. He's got a pocket, and there's those 2 tight end sets as Waller gets that pass and gets it for a first down, 1st and 10 from the 47. And we talked about the 2 tight end sets just a little bit. Both of them back-to-back plays here to open up the second half.
Yeah, that's the third time that D-Money's gone to that kind of a play art, and it's very hard to defend it.
We got Bates in tight, 2 tight ends to the right side. Lance is going to give this one to Davis Price. The LSU player is going to get tackled in the backfield, though. There's that Colts run defense, Trey, that you've talked about.
Yeah, they're stepping up. You know, I was concerned with the lots of Shaq Leonard for this game, but they're doing a really good job of stuffing the run and forcing D-Money to pass the ball.
For 2 Maddens in a row, D-Money and the 49ers has enjoyed running 2 tight end sets. It fits his offense really well, and I think just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here's Lance back to pass. He's got Bates. Bates has become a big player here in this 49ers offense all day.
Yeah, 5 catches, 97 yards, and I believe a touchdown.
He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's got the route running. I mean, the player really can do it all.
Yeah, he's what the Niners wish they had when they got Randy Moss back in the day. But by that time,
Davis
Moss was
Price.
done.
Davis Price with a nice little cut over to the left side to set up a 2nd and 5 from the 28-yard line. A really good opening drive here in the second half for the 49ers.
Yeah, very quick, he's busting out the big plays a little bit more now.
And here's the pressure with the formation that I say that D-Money probably does better than anybody. D-Wayne also, another player that does it. But we're going to see the post out from the slot. We're going to see the post from the tight end. Lots of options. Oh, this one could be big play.
Oh.
It looked like we had a little bit of a bump that could have opened things up, but Cincyberg was playing the safety just a hair too late. That was a gutsy throw there from Lance.
He made it look like he was going to cover the tight end coming on the inside post and went to throw the outside post, but since he played it perfectly to get back there to help out the corner.
That was a good job there by Cincy. I think Daniel Hunter has been putting pressure on the run and also on the pass for the Colts. So I think he's been the big guy that stepped up for the Colts defense so far.
I don't know exactly who the name of the corner, but number 8 on the Colts has stepped up very well too. Made a few key plays.
Lance is going to hit Mitchell out of the backfield again, talking about formational pressure out of the huddle. The pressure is on. You can see it there once again. And it feels like maybe, I don't know, it was early and then it went away. But it feels like we're starting to see a lot of close bunch formations again.
Yeah,
Receivers on one side, and
we're getting into those loaded sets and whatnot.
This one's going to go to Mitchell right up the middle, and a nice gain of 7 there to set up 2nd and 3 from the 9-yard line. And the shotgun runs are now off the table as we're inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's kind of makes things a little bit easier when you see him coming out in the gun, or even 3 wide receiver sets for that matter.
Maniac, what makes the dual tight end offense so difficult to defend?
I mean, it just makes it hard for the defense to key in on either pass or run. If you got 2 really good tight ends, they can kind of set the edge on the run play for like those slants and toss plays, and if they seal that in, it can be a big play, just like we're seeing right here. D-Money, that tight end seal that defensive end, the outside linebacker into the inside, and just open up a wall there. But they're also really big mismatches a lot of times against the outside linebackers, especially guys who play 3-4. Those outside linebackers are built more for rushing the passer, and sometimes they can make quick work of that inside the short zone and pick up big plays.
49ers having an awesome drive here to open up the second half. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. This was going to go to David Price, and it is a walk-in touchdown for the 49ers. Boy, calling back to the way the first half ended, this could be a 14-point lead easily for the 49ers. So the Colts are lucky to keep this one down to just a 3-point game.
Yeah.
Definitely very.
Go ahead, Maniac.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, very lucky because, I mean, he could be in a position right now to be like, he has to stop D-Money out the rest of the way or else has no shot. At least now he's got a little bit of wiggle room, if he makes a mistake.
Yeah, you can play shot for shot at this point, but at some point you're going to have to hope for another stop on defense.
First and 10 for the Colts from their own 25-yard line. A nice drive from the 49ers. And the Colts have had a little bit of a string of bad luck ending the first half, coming here into the second half. They're going to need a nice drive here from their offense. And anytime you need a nice drive, if you're the Colts, there's this guy back there called Taylor that you could just turn around and hand it to Jonathan and let him do his thing.
Most definitely. I think Taylor's got against a nice portion of carries in the second half.
There's the tight end, Swift, for the Colts, who's had an outstanding game. I think that might be his 4th or 5th reception. He's got a touchdown on the day. He's had a really nice day for the Colts. 4 receptions, 54 yards, and the touchdown to open up the game.
Yeah, if you're looking at the aspect right now, if you're looking for the Super Bowl MVP, it's definitely between Swift and Bates. If you're going one for the Niners and one for the Colts.
Riddler in a pistol formation. Play action to Taylor. Nice blocking. He's got a man wide open. Aiken, I think that's Aiken. He's going to get it. Keenan Allen getting behind the defense for a long touchdown, getting behind the 49ers defense. What an answer for the Colts.
And as I said, Swift was the Super Bowl MVP for the Colts so far. I think just Keenan Allen just took that within a second.
It might be Riddler. Like, he is having such an outstanding day. I mean, Riddler is playing really good football.
Yeah, I think Ritter is my pick as of now. D-Money again with the user mishap there. He bit up really hard up on that tight end since he had been using him, and he tried to take that away, and since he fooled him and went over the top with Allen, big play.
Look, D-Money will make his guesses. He will crash you, and if you don't make the right read, he'll burn you. But whether it's Keenan Allen, whether it's Mike Thomas, the slowest receivers in the OMFL are making big plays here in OMFL Bowl 105.
And that's where Cincy's offense doesn't require speed at the receiver position, Cincy's offense requires route runners.
Mitchell
And
off the
that's
right side for just a gain of 2 to set up 2nd and 8.
And that's just a key example to it. He ran a nice, clean, crisp post route deep. Tight end was taking the safety away from that spot, easy money for a touchdown.
If you're the 49ers, though, your team is built differently. You are built around speed and athleticism here. You just kind of stick to the game plan and keep running the ball. Here's Lance back to pass. He's trying to get it underneath, but knocked away by number 35, who almost made one of the big plays early in this game.
That's Shields. I think he was the one that broke up the third down pass, if I remember correctly. They forced the field goal.
These Colts defenders, though, not getting their hands on the ball, and that sooner or later could come back to bite you. You got to start picking some of these off.
Yeah, it comes with its territory. You know, if you're breaking up passes and preventing yards, it also can be a benefit. But if you're getting burnt and then you can get that interception to bring it back in, it's also very helpful.
Lance, 3 receivers, 2 to his left. Mitchell in the backfield. Bates to his right. Back to pass. He's got a blitz coming off the right side. Oh, that could have easily been picked off by the user, but he kept following it up the field. Falls harmlessly, and the 49ers are lucky to get to punt this one away.
Neil Hunter is on a hunt.
The LSU alumni getting after Trey Lance today.
You're welcome, Cincy.
If Cincy wins this, you gotta give a little bit of credit to Maniac for that help, because I mean that's 2 big third down plays essentially. Because it was essentially you call that last second play a third down play because you weren't doing anything else afterwards.
Yeah,
well,
I need an extra third round pick, Cincy.
If the 49ers win this one, he's going to have to thank Raj for this big-time playmaker and Bates. So we got a tight game here. 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Ritter's going to give it to Jonathan Taylor. Right side. It's going to be a gain of 5. Those, gash runs of 5, 6, 4.5. Those really begin to add up as the game progresses.
Huge. Yeah, definitely. You're seeing now it seems like since he's more relaxed state, now he's got that lead again, and he's got control. The ball is simple. You keep it safe. Don't make the risky plays, and then you could very well walk away with the win here.
We're just going to give it to Jonathan Taylor, who's very patient up the middle, and set up a 3rd and 1 here from the 48-yard line.
This is where Jonathan Taylor can be a problem. You're sitting there with a comfortable, 4-point lead, so you need at least a touchdown to beat you. And now you can just run the ball and take off, 20, 30 seconds every play.
The challenge is going to be for the Colts to not let off the gas and start playing conservative. Because if you play D-money conservative, you're going to find yourself down 14 points quickly.
Very much so. You got to find that common balance where your foot's on the gas, but you're not burning your fuel too quickly.
3rd and 1 here from the 48, 2:52 left to go. Ritter under center. He's going to give it to Jonathan Taylor. No, I'm sorry. That's his backup. Cooks, but Cooks barely somehow picks up the first down.
Oh, that's I don't know. I might challenge that if I was D-money. I don't know about that one.
It's a close play as the Colts come out in 3 wide now to open up their drive. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line.
That is awful close.
They're saying he's on the 50. I don't know about that one.
2 receivers left. Jonathan Taylor in the backfield, 1 receiver right. We're just going to give it to Jonathan Taylor, who's very patient. Makes a nice cut for a gain of 4. You know who we have not heard a lot from this game that I do expect will show up here before it's over? And that's Mr. Jackson, who I think made that tackle there. This guy has been known for his relentless pressure. I'm waiting to see his name pop up here and get some pressure.
Yeah, he's been one of the top sack guys the last 2 seasons, but I think with Cincy's strategy, he's giving him no chance to get back there, and that's kind of what we said he needed to do.
Got a blitz coming here at the 2nd and 6.
Oh, there comes the house.
Ritter needs to get rid of it. He does.
And Michael
Nice
Thomas.
grab by Mike Thomas. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Ritter just able to have enough athleticism to get outside, and he threw a money pass to Mike Thomas.
What a dart.
Under pressure off his back foot and throws a perfect pass to Michael Thomas.
That was a lawn dart, man. If there ever was a lawn dart, that was just money.
We're just going to give it to Jonathan Taylor off the counter. It's going to set up a small gain for 2nd and 8 from the 24-yard line as we're coming to the end of the third quarter. And if you're the Colts, man, like, what better position to be than this one?
Yeah. If you could end this drive with points, you got your touchdown lead back, and you're going into the fourth quarter at that point. Pressure's getting ramped up on D-Money's side.
2 tight ends to the right of Ritter. He's got Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. Back to pass. Got a little bit of a time there. He's going to hit his tight end coming off to the right side. That's going to be 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. That might be the last play of the third quarter. We're moving in to the fourth quarter of OMFL Bowl 105. And this one feels like it's went quick.
Yeah, it's gone fairly quick for a normal MFL game. It's kind of surprising though that he went to pass to Tyler Conklin instead of Swift.
Yeah, and that's going to bring us to the fourth quarter here.
I was going to comment, I noticed the 49ers linebackers all darted over towards the right, like really quick. I don't know if it was like they got full with the run play or whatever, but they all shot to the right, and so it opened them up really good on that left, the left cut by both tight ends. They were wide open, both of them.
We get a 1st and 10 here from the 16-yard line. You're getting this deep in the red zone. If you're the Colts, you got to get a touchdown here, don't you?
If you're going to score quick, yeah, you need the touchdown. But you could easily milk another 3 minutes off the clock and walk away with a field goal still, and almost essentially still have that touchdown feeling to it.
Nyheim Hines cuts it back inside, and it looks like he kind of overcut that, because if he smoothly makes that cut, that might be a walk-in touchdown as the 49ers overcommitted to the outside there. 2nd and 5 here from the 10-yard line. 9:32 left to go in the fourth quarter for the Colts. Up 4, trying to get a touchdown here.
I'm Cincy. I'm looking to try and feed Jonathan Taylor here. He's been fighting in these short areas of the game so far.
I completely agree, and there's Jonathan Taylor getting the first down right there. Nice gain of 6 to get him down to the 4-yard line.
The very same play that Jonathan Taylor fought for a touchdown gets him another first down.
I just almost commented because I thought it looked like it, and so like, But that's been a good play so far against that defense.
Yeah, we said it earlier. Draw plays are going to be key to that spread defensive line, and there it goes again.
Yeah, if I'm the Colts here, there's no hiding what I'm doing. You're getting 3 Jonathan Taylors and a field goal if needed, right up the gut. Oh, and the 49ers are there to make the play in the backfield for a loss of 1. It's going to set our loss of 2. That's going to set up 2nd and goal here for the 6 for the Colts.
Yeah, see, if I'm Cincy here, I'd try, this play, you have a free kind of figure
I'm probably
things.
trying to toss some first down, but since you went up the gut, kind of limits what you can do here.
I'd try to hit the outside here, depending on the formations that you see.
Yeah, if I'm passing the ball, I'm definitely looking at like a comeback route. Can I hit something quickly on a quick comeback? He's going to 3 wide this, spread him out, which means he's got to pass. We'll have to see how this one plays out for the Colts. Nope, it's not a shotgun, so he can run it. Can he? I don't know. Now I'm confused.
Nope, 3
on
wide
our
receiver sets in general.
There's Bosa.
Oh.
The pressure immediately from that right side. Bosa's just a monster today, and he is doing his job keeping the 49ers in this one.
And that's where, I understand where our rules come from, but in that situation, you get to sit back and play pass, and I think that definitely played a factor in that play.
Yep, I completely agree. It limits what you're looking for.
Yeah, that kind of does eliminate the guesswork on the defensive side.
Got a pistol formation here for Ritter. He's got Naheem Himes in the backfield. And letting this one.
Guy.
It's going to be a play action. He's really got nothing. Ritter's going to have to escape to the left.
Run.
He's trying to get in the end zone. That's going to be touchdown, Indianapolis Colts. Somehow, Ritter beats him to the cone and gets in there. Touchdown,
QB.
Colts.
That was very risky because he put himself into a similar situation as he did in the end of the second half, and that led to a fumble. This time it leads to 7 points.
12 plays, 67 yards, a touchdown to respond.
Really hard up too on that play of the safety. He had the wide receiver open in the middle, but since there was short space there, he didn't have a lot of time to make a read for as a play.
Now, you got 8 minutes. You need 2 scores at least. Do you start ramping up the deep plays with Bates here?
Oh yeah, it's coming.
I think you're looking for
it's
it.
Probably going to. It's either going to be the first or second play of this drive now.
I think you're going to see a lot.
Bates over the top, either like on a 4 vertical or PA deep shot.
I think you're also going to see a lot of 2 tight ends. We're going to see him really attacking the 2 tight end offense.
D-money under pressure. We don't really see it too often.
Oh, the comeback.
Was that a... Yeah, that was a comeback that was nowhere near the intended target.
I was like, why are the guys ignoring me? The stream could hear me, but my mic died, so y'all couldn't hear me. I was like, man, Maniac keeps talking all over on top of me. Anyway, what I was trying to say was don't be surprised to see the 2 tight end offense really be attacked here. I think he's really going to attack you with big plays from those guys. You see one right there. It's going to be right to the outside. Nice first down, stops the clock, helps out the San Francisco 49ers. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line.
Is that the first time we've seen Samuel?
That is the first time Deebo Samuel has touched the ball this game, which is shocking. It's the 4th quarter for that to happen.
Waller was wide open on that play as well. If the safety bites up, he's going deep. Oh, yeah, he's going deep. Oh, he went to the under. If you go back and look at that play, he had Bates deep. Bates had his man beat. There was no over-the-top safety coverage. I thought for sure he was going to go deep, and he did not.
I think that's more of D-money not thinking that the pass would get there fast enough to keep that separation.
2nd and 10 here from the 39, 7:26 left to go in the last quarter of OMFL Bowl 105.
The last quarter of Madden 23 for us, isn't it?
That went from...
Again, the same play!
35 has been there all day, and he's just knocked the ball away, just playing it safe. But that one was thrown right to him. That felt like D-Money didn't even make a read.
Yeah, that was just like he was predetermined that was going to be open.
Which is not something you see D-Money do a lot of.
D-Money, on that read, looked like the way I played this Madden.
3rd and 10 for Lance here. 4 receivers. He's got Mitchell in the backfield.
I'm very interested to know what the chat thinks for the Super Bowl MVPs this year. I know last year we kind of introduced that whole system.
Oh, and that one's going to be broken up at the last moment. It looked like the right read. It's going to fall down to the ground to set up 4th and 10. Now, what do the 49ers do here? Do they go for it? Looks like they are going to go for it.
Gotta go for it. He's got to find something. You can't put yourself in a situation and potentially be down 3 scores with maybe 5 minutes left in that game at that point.
We have one Desmond Ritter MVP in the chat from Deep. Guys, let us know who your MVP is. There's a lot of time left in this game, though. Feel free to hold on to it a little bit. A lot of pressure here from this formation.
A lot of defensive shifting there.
He's got pressure, though. This one's going to be knocked away. Colts are going to get this one on the turnover on downs. And there he is again. Mr. Hunter coming right off of that right side and getting pressure on Ritter.
I know there's the talk, the 2 passing touchdowns and the 1 rushing touchdown, but Danielle Hunter needs to be talked about for MVP. He's made 3 clutch plays so far.
I'm saying Cole MVP, Ritter, and Hunter. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't even disagree with that one. That's, yeah.
A lot of football left to play still, too. I know that we are wanting to give out MVP trophies and polish off a new OMFL trophy for Mr. Cincy Bird, but there's a lot of football left, and we're still talking about an 11-point game here.
11-point game with time ticking, though, and in field goal range.
Oh, and that one's going to be a nice run by Cook. He's going to get the first down for the Colts. 3 rushes for 13 yards there for Cooks.
That's 100. That breaks the 108 yards for rushing for the Colts this game.
That was 1 tackle break away from pretty much filling it, I think.
Yeah, that would have been. I think that would have been the grave officially dug, and D-Money scrambling to get out of it.
Ritter trying to go over the top. This is going to be knocked away at the last second. That could have been bad, though. Like that could have ended bad for the Colts.
Since he threw that on the inside, I feel like that would have been more better thrown to the outside, maybe a jump ball situation for Michael Thomas there.
2nd and 10 here from the 29 for the Colts. Ritter's going to give it to Jonathan Taylor. It's going to be blocked up really nice, but man, a monster stiff arm to make this a very manageable 3rd and 2 for the Colts.
Yeah, we talked about it. Taylor was going to be the deciding factor in a lot of situations. He's proven to be just that, the X factor.
We've got a couple more Ritters in the chat for MVP, so it looks like he's starting to run away with this MVP talk.
Yeah, as long as you don't make no mistakes, keep it.
And that's going to be an easy touchdown from the Colts. Mr. Swift says, you better put my name in this MVP chat. 2 touchdowns on the day, 5 receptions. Bosa breathing down Ritter's neck. He still gets the touchdown off. Colts are going to go up 35-17 with 5:23 left to go here in the 4th quarter.
I think, that fumble is what hinders me on the whole immediately saying that Ritter's the MVP. But he's making a valid point for it. But you also got to keep in mind Swift has had a very dominant game so far.
Kevin, that's why you should actually watch these games instead of popping in every 3 seconds. Just kidding. This one has gotten away from the 49ers. After a nice stop on the defense from the Colts, they answer it back with another touchdown, and now they are pretty comfortably in the lead here.
18 points with 5 and change to go. I'm sitting there not even worried about the run game.
Yep, I'm playing a lot of zone. I'm watching baits. I'm doing whatever it takes to pass commit every play. If you want to gash me for a 15-yard run and eat clock, then I'll give that to you.
Very much so. Since he's in the driver's seat, he's just got to finish it off now. Oh!
No.
35 could have done it again!
Those are the kind of plays there that make me want to just hurt somebody, kick a kitten. It's like, man, you could have ended the game right there. Make a play. Look, if Cincyberg finishes this one off, you have to give him serious consideration as one of the best players we've ever had in the OMFL. I think it would have been or will be his 3rd or 4th OMFL Bowl, maybe his 4th or 5th. I'd have to go back and look, but he is making a case for one of the best players we've ever seen.
Yeah.
I agree.
He's got the tight end wide open.
Oh, he had Debo open deep.
He had Debo so open, you could have airmailed him a ball for an easy touchdown, and he threw it right to number 8. And I think that is going to be game, set, and match.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the nail in the coffin here. If I'm Cincy, I'm not even passing the rest of this game. Just hand the ball off and protect the ball.
Heck no. Yeah, it's on the ground. I'm putting conservative run, cover the ball, all that jazz, and just hand it off. And wow.
That's,
Yeah, he had the tight end too wide open in the seam as well, or
that
at
was
least
Bates.
Was that Bates?
Bates was in the seam with Debo, and then he had Bates on the other beside him.
Oh, okay, wow.
And he took the other option. I don't know which the outside receiver was, but yeah, he was locked up, and yeah, you don't see those kind of mistakes from D-Money.
You do not. And it's like the second or third one that we've seen today, which is very abnormal for him. But equally, it hasn't been. The defense has not given up the big play to the Colts. It's just been that steady Eddie kind of boring offense from the Colts that's just put up point after point after point after point.
Yeah, that's all you really need.
There's a throw to Mike Thomas. It drops that one, though.
What? That's a... What?
Be careful, though, for the block here. All right, they're going to get that one off. I'm always worried about that animation. That can be such a momentum shifter, but this one feels like it is pretty much over.
Yeah, you need a touchdown a minute at this point, and that's...
Yeah.
I don't know if D-Money can do that. As good as D-Money is, since he's playing on that level, that you're not getting those big plays that you need to do so.
I agree with you.
I don't know if he breaks. I don't know if he breaks this one, but he didn't. So
the Colts have just made the plays they're supposed to make. Outside of the one fumble that they had right before halftime, he has just made all of the plays that he should be making to stay in this game.
Yeah, and I think these handoffs are the white flag being waved. And I think D-Money realizes it's over.
Chat, you get to tell us who your MVP was. We've got a couple of Ritters, and if you have a different vote, we'd love to see it now. We've got Swift, the tight end for the Colts, who made a bunch of big plays. We got Ritter, who's just been super steady. Jonathan Taylor has had a good game. Who is your MVP? And we also have to throw Danielle Hunter in there, who's made massive plays for that Colts defense.
For me personally, that fumble just plays a key factor that this game could have been blown out of proportion, and so with that I have to go with Swift.
I still go because we seen him make all the plays that he did under the extreme pressure that he had, and that one throw that he gave to Swift where he had to run out of pressure right to the point of the numbers and make a pinpoint accurate throw all the way down the field. It's just, except for that one play, everything else has been like on the money.
What a throw to Bates there for the 49ers to set up 1st and 10 from the 34. Yeah, I would lead towards Ritter, but I think Hunter has to get some votes at least. He is spectacular with the big plays whenever the Colts needed it. Every single time they needed a stop, he was able to come up there and make a big one. This one's going to go deep, knocked away by number 8 there, who had the big interception earlier in this quarter.
Yeah, I said it earlier, before we got into the second half. He's been making a lot of big plays for this Colts defense, and that pick, you have to give him a little bit of acknowledgement too in this.
I feel like that one was thrown right to him, though. Lance under center, back to pass. He's got some time here. Looks like he's going to try to do some kind of miraculous across the body. It feels a little bit like maybe San Francisco was a little heavy to Kittle, and that burned them a few times when he had other guys that were open. But it felt like a few times this game he sort of had his mind made up.
Yeah, he got stuck in the I'm throwing to this guy no matter what, and he's left open targets open.
And that is just not something we see from D-Money. He's so dominant. There's another big play from the Colts. Getting over there and knocking that one
Big
away.
user play. Big user play.
Yeah, I thought he was
user
burnt.
play. Yeah, you also have to maybe it's pushing the lines, maybe a little bit of pass interference in that situation.
It just never or
It's
rarely
dripped all
does it
over
get
it.
called.
Yeah.
This is going to be official ball game here. 4th and 10 from the 34. 103 left to go. Lance back to pass. He's got time. Trying to squeeze it in there. It's going to be knocked
That's
away.
ball game.
And that is going to be ball game. The Indianapolis Colts, your season 105 champions. Congratulations to the Colts. Congratulations to the 49ers who were so dominant again this Madden cycle, so dominant this season. Just 2 dominant number 1 seeds getting all the way to OMFL Bowl 105. Which is not something that we normally see. Don't normally see number 1 seeds facing off at each other.
Yeah, this cycle, especially, the division champs. I don't think we've had 2 division champs going into the bowl game against each other.
Been a long time. Been a long time since we've seen that.
Guys, give me your pivotal key to this game. What turned it for the Colts? I'm going to go to you, Maniac.
I'm sorry, I had to laugh. The animation
So
of the
stupid,
2 linemen just
yeah.
colliding together. No, I think the big play was Cincy just playing within his game plan, not pushing. I know he got in a couple of kind of weird situations where he could have panicked and maybe really tried to do outside of what he was capable of doing with his team, but he had a game plan, came in with it, and I almost feel like in a lot of ways, and he studied some film, saw these plays that D-Money wanted to go with, and he was kind of covering those areas of with user coverage and maybe just keying in on coverage on those players that I think, maybe D-Money had kind of showed his hand throughout the season, but great game plan by Cincy, and he's the champ.
Guys, let's go ahead and let D-Money have his chat back. He's probably going to want to take this down here pretty soon. We'll go join our own chat. D-Money, I don't know if you can hear this, but I appreciate you sharing your screen throughout this. Let's go jump into the grown folks one and finish this conversation. Come on, we'll get there. All right, we got Maniac, we got Trey back. Thanks, guys, for giving him back his chat back. It's never fun to lose those games, no matter what, and no matter how great you are. And I could tell, I think we're going to get some FPR reporting. And when he looked at the stats, I would feel the same way, too. I wasn't keeping track as we played, but it looks like a little tight end heavy in that game and not wide receivers as much. So we'll see if we get a little FPR issues that we got to talk about. Overall, though, I've seen some tough OMFL FPR bowl games. That one felt pretty clean. Good battle between those two. Just the steadiness of the Colts offense, I think, was really pivotal in this game. And Trey, I want to come to you next, but for me, the key point was that the Colts never wavered. Trey and I talked about that early on, that can the Colts stay out of his own head? Can he kind of stick to it? And to me, the Colts were able to do that, and the steadiness of their offense really shined through to help them get the victory here. Trey, what was the pivotal key for this game?
I think it was he wasn't rushing things. You were just seeing these long, thorough drives, and he was taking his time. He got the clock down there a couple times where you were questioning, is he overthinking it? But it may have well just been exactly what he needed, is to take that extra couple seconds to understand what he was going to do and where he was going to attack.
Well, we got our champion for season 105. I will admit, a shocker to me when I looked at the way that Colts team was built. I did not think he would be able to win a championship, and he proved me wrong every step of the way. I really thought a team like the Browns were going to step in there. The Cincinnati Bengals were a team that we talked a lot about. The Miami Dolphins, we know they're high, flying offense, and even Kobe, who I know was somebody that got a lot of Trey's confidence, and yet it felt like everyone who stepped to the plate got the same game plan, and it worked game in and game out.
Yeah, I personally would like to get word from Cincy himself just to know his thoughts on everything if we could, but I don't know if that's a possibility.
Yeah, I don't know either. Let me see if we can get him in here, and I don't know. I'll send him a little invite. Why don't you guys send him a little bit of a Discord message, and we'll see if he takes it, and then we'll wrap things up here. Let me. Oh yeah, I don't even know what his name is on here, because sometimes I know his.
Maniac, get on the job.
I know it's Cincyberg, but people will share their real name with me, and I don't know his real name. Or at least I don't recall his real name.
I can invite him in here.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it was he put a good game plan together. Those numbers at the end, it shows more targets to the non-receivers, but EA doesn't show all the targets within that situation, so he very well could have kept it inside that 50% rule. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see. I'll probably avoid Discord for the rest of the night and deal with it tomorrow. But while we see if Cincyberg wants to pop in here real quick, it looks like Ritter is going to get... is he in here? No, it just popped up that he was at it. Yeah.
I just sent him an invite, so...
It was a team that was built to fit his play style, and he really played to their strengths for the entire Madden cycle. And I think that is what the OMFL and FPR is about, is that you can really build a team to fit your style and to fit different styles. And this game really didn't go the way I expected it to go. And it was the Colts' ability to force the 49ers into some uncharacteristic plays that I think really was the difference in this game. And Deep even said it in the chat. That scramble run on the 3rd and long to get that touchdown, pivotal.
Yeah, that played a very key factor in that game. Because we saw it, like I just mentioned, he fumbled in that same situation before. He fumbles there, that takes 7 points off. That makes D-Money have the momentum. Yeah, it could have flipped the game on its head.
I've had a similar situation before where I did that, and the quarterback fumbled at the 1. It bounced out of the back of the end zone for a safety, and it kind of it was a big costly turnover that way too. So but I mean it was just since he put it all on the line, and like you said, Nate said, with D-Money playing uncharacteristically about himself. I mean, we've seen him just be D-Money. Every play he'd make would just be, he would sit anyway. I would sit there and say like I can't stop the dude. It's like everything he calls is perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. Well, today it was like everything he was pinpointing was not perfect, because since he had the perfect defense to cover whatever he was thinking it was coming. So I don't know. It was just a well executed game plan by Cincy, though. I'm impressed.
Well, guys, on that, I know we invited Cincyberg, but my wife was kind enough to let me, and just as I say that, he pops in here. My wife was kind enough to let me do this, but we'll do a couple of quick questions, and then I really do need to get out of here so I don't end up divorced. Mr. Cincyberg, congrats on your OMFL 105 victory, my friend.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Nate.
Shows his mic still
Nate, you
loading.
want to take the first question?
Yeah, just tell us what was the pivotal point in that game? What was the game plan as you kind of went into it, and then what was the turning point there in the second half?
The game plan, it sounds simple, but it's very hard against D-Money, is not turn the ball over. I had one big situation there where I tried to slide. I did it maybe a hair too late. I got the animation, but I got trapped and he fumbled, of course. But that was the key going in. Just just 0 or maybe 1 turnovers. Just stay in as long as possible.
What was the pivotal turning point right there in the second half where your team really pulled away?
Honestly, I think it was, man, I just played the game and I forget some of the plays. I made a stop after the second half. I think it was, maybe he had a field goal or just a stop. And I ended up thinking that, was the long touchdown to Allen, was that in the second half?
Yeah.
Yeah, that play there, because that was not an Allen play. I was not looking at Allen at all. But I just happened to, I think he was using the strong safety. And then I just saw Allen over the top.
Yeah, I think he stepped up. He stepped up to play a seam route, and it just opened up that over the top.
Yeah. But that was a big play.
Now, we've all known that Jackson's been a dominant force of a pass rusher for Mr. Money. What do you take from your defense or your offensive line, essentially making him not a factor in this game?
You know, honestly, the last 2 games I've allowed 4 sacks in each, and I just thought, well, I'm probably bound to take a couple sacks here as long as my quarterback doesn't fumble, and I'm limited to only a couple. There was a couple, honestly, I'm surprised I got the pass off because I don't know who it was, but whoever on each side was really close to me a couple times, but, you know, Ritter stayed good in the pocket, and I don't know how he got some of the throws off, but he worked out.
Now, was there a plan for Pete Swift to be a key factor in this game, or did they just stumble upon that?
No, Pete Swift he's my money. So if he's had about, I think, 2 or 3 big games in the year when they really try and focus on Michael Thomas. I'll go check out Swift, see if they're covering him, and then he kind of, like, he had a big game. He had 5 catches, but then a couple times I feel like then he was targeting Swift. So then I hit him a couple. That's when I hit that deep shot, I think, to Allen there. So.
Because that came right after a big Swift catch, and you set Swift on the cross route, and it seemed like D-Money stepped up, and Keenan Allen was open.
I want to let Maniac go because I know he's got a question, and I was going to save this one for last, but since we're on the subject, we got to talk about it. I don't know that D-Money will or won't, but I'm not stupid. I can watch his stream as he was allowing us to use his stream. He definitely was checking out your catches, and your tight ends and running backs had double the catches from your receivers. Are you worried about there being an FPR issue there?
It's pretty close. I actually checked the numbers myself because I knew I had to keep it short. So if I keep the game plan a little short too, I was keeping short routes because I knew we had a good pass rush. My tight ends and my halfbacks would get a few more carries probably than my receivers. But I think we're all right. I think I did the numbers. I think we'll be just under. But
Maniac, what do you got for our champion?
All right, CNC, congratulations. I'm going to need another at least a third round pick for Hunter.
Yeah, he had some good pressure. He didn't. I don't think he got any. He might have got 1 sack, but he got good pressure.
Yeah, he was big in that game. He made some good stops on the run and a lot of pressure. My main question to you is: do you think this is the biggest win of your OMFL career?
Ooh, biggest win. Now, I just told you I forget half the game I just played. You think I can remember all my games? I hate to see when I'm 50 what I can remember. But I would definitely have to keep this at the very top. This is a big win. You know, everybody knows D-Money's, you know, one of the best here, one of the best that's ever been in OMFL. So it's a big win to end the cycle here on.
Yeah, I would.
And just
go ahead, Maniac.
I'm just going to say, too, like, on your game planning, Did you see some tales from D Money's formations that he called, that he went to this player like, a lot of percentage of the time? Because it seemed like you had some counters to a lot of those things, because he was just almost like he was like predetermined where he was going to go with the ball a lot.
I honestly, I can tell you, I rewatched about the last 3 of his games, and I caught on a few things that he was doing. Now, I actually thought he was going to play a little bit more of the RPO action. He did that to me earlier in the year when we played. But I went a little. I mean, I did have. We probably both went a little more heavier in the man, I thought. But that's why I had Shields there, 35. He was in the inside there, so I covered that inside with him. He's probably my best corner, and I made sure he was always on the inside in case he RPO'd. But he actually didn't RPO too much. But he tried to. I think twice he tried big play with the post, and Shields broke it up. So those are 2 big plays by him.
Awesome.
Yeah, Shields had an outstanding game, and I think there was a couple of times there in the second half where the ball was being forced to Kittle. Maybe forced is the wrong word, but it looked like he was going to Kittle, trying to get the big play, and he left a couple deep plays open on you, but it felt like every time he tried to hit one of those deep plays, whether it was Shields, whether it was number 8, they just kept knocking that ball away at the last second every time. So, Cincy, the last comment I was going to make is that D-Money is arguably the best player we've ever seen here, but I think you have etched your name in that same category with the D-Waynes, the D-Moneys of the world with this championship. Congratulations on season 105 championship for your Indianapolis Colts.
Thank you very much. I just want to say, so I was just guessing because I knew he was bound to go deep. So a couple times I would just man up on baits and pray that he threw it my way, and hopefully I can user it or something. But and then honestly, I was a little worried about Leonard not being there because I had Milano, but they stepped up big. I honestly. Outside of a few plays by Mitchell, I forget that one guy's name. He's got maybe a double last name, or that Price or whatever.
Davis Price.
Yeah, Davis Price. Yeah, we shut him down, so I was surprised by that. But I thought he should have maybe went to Mitchell a little more, but he didn't, and thankful for it. So try to beat me in the pass game, so that worked out.
2 Louisiana running backs there for the 49ers. Mitchell from North Louisiana, Davis Price from LSU. But doesn't matter because neither of them are champions as the Indianapolis Colts get it done in flexing fashion, man. A big-time win for your Colts. Congratulations again, Cincy Berg. Enjoy this one for the rest of the summer because you're going to be champion longer than anybody's been champion as we take a little bit of a break here.
Thank you very much, guys, and I look forward to listening to the comments after this. Whenever I'll probably check it out tomorrow. I'll watch the stream. I'm sure Maniac will be tooting about Hunter. So
we should tell you also, Desmond Ridder is the MVP of the ball game, which is going to come with I think 1 XP is what we give the MVP. So you're going to get 1 little extra XP to hold on to for next Madden. So congratulations again on OMFL Bowl 105, buddy.
Thank you very much.
All right, there you have it, friends. Congratulations to the Colts. Congratulations to Trade and Maniac, to all the owners here in the OMFL. We got through another Madden cycle. This one was tough with all the restarts and rebuilds. I'm looking forward to a little bit of a break. Lots of news is going to come out in the next, week or so. I need to get through my son's graduation on Thursday, but we will do a Press Pass Live next Monday, and by then, hopefully, we will know about Bill's Play League. I'm going to know about my Test CFM. I'm going to throw out some ideas that I want to test this summer. I've got some radical, crazy ideas that on the surface is getting good feedback from a few humans that I've reached out to for feedback. So I can't wait to share those. And then we're going to talk about timeline. So I'm going to take the rest of the night to decompress, but tomorrow we'll get a new timeline for what the off season. We're going to sit here for tonight. So we're not doing nothing tonight. Tomorrow we'll advance to re-sign phase, 24 hours, maybe less than that. Will get us over to the draft. We're going to draft 3 rounds, and then we're going to get us off to the preseason. We'll get us to week number 4. There we will sit for the summer, but I'll get the timeline for incentives and Pro Bowl and all that fun stuff out to you guys very soon. Trey, Maniac, thank you for hanging out with me. Trey, thank you for hanging out with me all season, again this season on Press Pass Live. Fellas, I love you. You matter. We'll see you on the next one, all right? Peace.
Later.
What made this one?
Smash that like and subscribe.